Hi guys, welcome back. How's it going? A wee experiment this morning, folks, just before I go out in my Volt Metro, which I still have along with the MyRider. You're looking at this Abyss lock here that was on the Volt, and I've actually took it off. You can see it there. It's quite a big rigmarole. It's a very, very secure thing, but it weighs an awful lot of weight. I'm going to put it on the scales just to let you see just how much. Okay folks, that's it on the scales now. Now I'm going to add the screws and the fittings as well. All in all it's coming to 1476 grams, which is 1.476 kilograms. Now it's an awful weight to be carrying extra on your bike just for a wee bit of security when you might not need it. And as I say, I'm finding now the bike is only weighing roughly about 18 kilograms all in, which is quite manageable. Now folks, the other thing, I've took the carrier bag off that was on the back pannier, and I look at that and it's coming in about 1462 grams, which is 1.462 kilograms. So all in all, when I add it up, it's about almost 3 kilograms extra I was carrying on the bike. So that was making the bike roughly about 21 kilograms, which was a wee bit heavy. And I find a big difference with these things off. Right folks, that's the bike without the pannier bag on the back and without the security locks. So I've just got the pannier itself, and whoa, what a difference. You know, also I changed the back saddle for something a wee bit more comfortable and a little lighter as well. And I just feel it's like a new bike, to be honest with you. It looks better without all that stuff on it. And as I say, there is things you can do to make your Volt just that wee bit lighter, folks, and that's what it's all about. It's not so much when you're riding along, but it's when you're carrying the bike upstairs or whatever, or onto a train. It might just be something you'd want to do. As I say, take these big heavy locks off and your pannier bag, all that sort of thing. So we're going to get out on the bike now, and I'm going to talk about the comparison between the new Starley that I've got and the Volt bike here, and just talk about what the differences I find between riding the two. Okay, let's get out, folks, and see where the bike takes us today. Well guys, there is a few things to compare between the two bikes, and which is a better bike. Now, as I say, I bought the Starley new, and I've got to admit I really like the bike. It's my favourite bike, but which is a better bike? And I think that's the question, the $1,000,000 question. But I'll answer it right now. I think the Volt's the better bike, and I'll speak about that in a wee minute, folks, why I think it is. Folks, with all the weight gone on the bike, the extra weight gone, as I say, it makes a difference, mainly to me lifting it up and down stairs and in the car and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to keep all these things off the Volt bike. I've actually put the pannier bag onto my other bike, the Estarli, and that's where it's going to stay. Now, why have I said that it's a better bike than the Starley? There's no much in it, to be honest with you. It's no like there's a massive amounts of difference, but when you take the weight off, that's a factor. But the other factor I would say is, I think the only thing that Starley got wrong when they made the bike was they never put front suspension on it, and I can assure you it makes a difference, folks. You can go about and put the bubble type tyres on the car. Sorry about that, folks. I just got involved with a massive big digger there, and I just didn't want to run into it. As I was saying, you can put the Schwabby bubble type tyres on to give you a wee bit of bounce and all that sort of thing, but it doesn't take away from the fact that suspension, I would say, is quite important. It might reduce the stability of the bike, but all in all, folks, as I say, I think having suspension helps, so that's a plus point for the Volt, definitely. Yeah, it's good to be down at the waterside again this morning, and as I say, it's just nothing better than listening to that soothing sound of the water going over the boulders and things like that. It's makes you feel good just listening to it. I could do a whole video recording that sort of thing, and a wee thanks, folks, for all the subscriptions recently. If you're a new subscriber, welcome aboard, and if you're an old one, thanks for staying with me. I really appreciate it. I'd like to get to the 1,000 soon, and who knows, it might be this year. We're only about 100 and odd away, so as I say, stay and watch the channel grow if you possibly can. I'm doing my best. If you've any suggestions, anything you would like, then by all means you tell me, and I'll do it for you if I can. So as I say, nature's one of my favourite things, especially as I've got older. It's good to see. I like to see all the different seasons, and I think there's nothing better, folks. As I say, this is the bike I'm on today, and the reason I'm on it is to show you a few things, a few changes, and one of them is this throttle here. It makes a big difference when you're going up hills to give you that wee bit of boost. You don't have that on the Starley. As I say, you don't have the front suspension either. But the other thing, as I say, with the Volt, it's got quite a lot of different modes, and I don't know if you can see them on the camera here, but you've got a low mode, which is just like normal cycling. You've got a normal mode, which is a really good mode, the best mode for going on for economy and for power. You've got a high mode, which is going off like a rocket, and if you want to go like a supersonic missile, then you go on to power mode. So you've got these fantastic modes, and I can assure you, by goodness, it's got some power, the Volt bike. That's another plus point. But as I say, I know the Estarli is my favourite bike for various reasons that we'll try to go into. Now, did I know all this before I bought the Volt bike? No, sorry. Did I know this before I bought the Estarli, or would I just have no bothered with the Estarli? No, I would have still bought the Estarli, because I didn't know all this prior to buying the Estarli bike. I would have still bought it anyway, because I wanted something that was easy to put in the car, and I've got to admit, even with all the weight off the bike, it's still difficult to get that in the car, where the Estarli is a lot easier. And I like the big chunky tyres on the Estarli. It's got a lot of power as well for a bike, and it's got a really good looks, which I find is, you know, it's not that important, but I do like the Starley for that reason, folks. I've said before, even before that I got the Starley, to people, that if I was buying one, I knew the difference. It's not that I was going in blind. I knew that the Volt was the better bike, and a lot of people will probably agree with me that it is. It's a more costly bike for a start, at least it was when it first came out. I think they've reduced the price a little bit now, but you know, not to be dissuaded. To have the two bikes, it's fantastic, you know, because I can actually just, you know, have them both charged up and when one runs out I can just go back on the other one. And my wife's been thinking about maybe going on the Starley because she thinks it'd be an easier bike for her to ride. So all in all, for what I would get for reselling the Volt, I think I'll just be keeping it and doing more reviews on it, more cycling videos on it. So folks, yeah, if you want a really good second-hand bike, then I think this is the one to go for. There's a lot of them on the market just now because people are upgrading to the new Volt Lite, which I feel is overpriced at £2,800 or £2,900, and it hasn't got suspension either. So okay, it's got a centre motor and all that sort of thing, but I think the old Volt was again the better bike, and this is it here. So I would give sort of more or less 9 points out of 10 for the Volt, and I'd probably be 8 points for the Estarli. So it's no bad. And as I say, the Starley is my favourite bike because of the lightness and the convenience of it, and the chunky tyres, because I can go off-road a lot more than I can with the Volt. And then sometimes the Volt does get bogged down in mud, etc., because of the weight on the back end with that big battery. But saying that, the Metro, not saying that folks, the Starley does get bogged down as well, basically because, as I say, it says 20-inch wheels. It's no like a mountain bike with the 29-inch wheels. It doesn't make a big difference. Well, today the 1st of March folks, and well, the weather's a wee bit milder, I've got to admit. I'm not feeling the cold today, which is good. We're getting into spring. Folks, I'm not going to say much again today. It was just to sort of give you a wee update on both the bikes and what I thought of the Starley compared to the Volt. And so if you enjoyed the wee video today folks, can you maybe give us a wee like and subscribe? Keeps the channel going, keeps me going, and as I say, we'll see you in the next video folks. You take care and have a good weekend.